sisters, my name is Blue, and today we are lost in Homestuck Epilogue Meet, Chapter 43. I'm hoping that we can finish this today, but we'll see how that goes. But, Epilogue 8 of Meet. Later that night, Jade has been moved from the hospital to the Troll Kingdom. She now sits in a wheelchair, remaining in perfect silence, with her dark eyes open to maintain any transmission. Roxy and Kanaya rolled her into the living room of Dave and Karkat's hive earlier that evening. This is where they all sit now, discussing the day's troubling events. Roxy is using his cell phone to pursue leads on the whereabouts of the prince. Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. You too, Jake. Thanks, man. Yeah, we'll let you know what we're going to do. Later. He hangs up and sighs dramatically. Poor guy. What'd he say? A lot of it was hard to make out due to all the sobbing, but yeah, it's like we thought. Dirk borrowed one of his ships and got the fuck out. But did he say where? Nope. Ooh, I scrolled way too far. Doubt he told anybody, to be honest. In fact, I'd say odds are he doesn't even quite know where he's going yet. Why do you think that? I don't know, I just know the guy. Also, like, what's even out there? Dude's got a ship, and now he's hauling ass randomly about with Rose to, I don't know, prove some sort of point? What about Jane? We aren't calling Jane. Why not? Because I want to believe a single word that comes out of her fat, fascist mouth. That's stupid, I'm calling her. I dislike the woman as well, but I will leave no possibility unexhausted in striving to rescue my wife from this madman. She takes Roxy's phone and presses Jane's name in the contact list. She moves to the far side of the room to speak, while the others continue conversing. So, phew. Dave makes the noise humans sometimes do, by expelling air through his closed fleshy lips, creating an impolite flapping effect. Rose and Dirk, yep. Rose and fucking Dirk. Damn, so are they, like, man, I'm never gonna hear the end of it if I am the one to ask this question, am I? I've had too many fucking goofy, dumbass, foot-in-the-mouth family blunders to be the guy asking this fucking question. Yet here I am asking it. What are you talking about? You know. Are they, like, together? Dave, that is, like, his daughter. What? You know, like, what this dumbass is asking is if they're doing human intercourse activities. Oh my god. Karkat, please. Oh my god, Karkat, they're related. Humans don't do that when they're related to each other, okay? Don't talk down to me, I'm not a fucking regular. I'm familiar with your concept of human incest. Yeah, okay, not to be that guy, even though I'm totally being that guy. If it never happened, we wouldn't have a word for it. I really don't think, I mean, they wouldn't. There's no way. It makes no sense. For one, Dirk is gay. And isn't Rose gay too? Yeah, I don't know if anyone knows what Rose's deal is exactly. All of us who could have ended up eloping to have illicit, incestuous relationships, they definitely would have been the last two I'd have put my money on. And yet, it sure is real fucking weird that they seem to have gone off and done, isn't it? Ugh, don't even say that. Just thinking about it makes my skin crawl. You guys are so fucking weird about this. Like, seriously, that's the issue here? The shithead went and stole Kanaya's mate spread, apparently, by mystically underhanded means. There's practically no limit to the dimensions we could be getting angry about this. But here we are instead, doing this pointless thing you people always do when it comes to incest. Us people. I know, I'm a fucking xenophobe. Let's just all agree I'm a big shitty xenophobe about this and move on. Jesus fucking Christ. Hey Kanaya, how's the call going? Jane's chief of staff has put me on hold. It seems my solicitation does not register as a priority in this administration. I cannot say I'm so surprised. Tell her to register my heaving bulge as a priority. I will not tell her that. Anyways, you guys are so fucked up about this. That's all I'm saying. This is objectively not the worst thing about this scenario. It's not even a remotely notable factor. Why are we even talking about this? It's so fucking performative. Is there something you're trying to prove by constantly competing to be the most scandalous by your own completely arbitrary social constructs? Yo dogs. I know we get up to some jank barrel bottom as fuck convos sometimes, but this one, I don't even know anymore. I know you're an alien and all, but in this dire strats, can we maybe not riff on the subject of fucking incest? For what it's worth, this shit really does bug the hell out of me. If I can confirm, on behalf of my species, that yeah, the idea kinda sucks, according to pretty much literally everybody, can we agree to stop talking about it? See, this is what I'm fucking talking about. You grew up one of 2 humans on your entire planet. Where the fuck do you get any frame of reference for this shit? Admit it! You only pretend to be bothered by this because your human society tells you that your performance of disgust is virtuous. LMAO, dude, no. Also, excuse me, but can I just fucking ask, since when did you start cosplaying as Dave? Dude, what? Hello. Do you even fucking know anything? You're a ham-brained boner stooge who doesn't know anything, aren't you? I'm very sorry, Roxy, that my ham-brained boner stooge of a boyfriend doesn't know fuck all about Jack Dick. It's okay, he's like, fucking right. I get mistaken for you like, well, it's been happening. I should have known, LMAO. I really thought all the pink I'm wearing would have helped with that, but I don't know. I'll keep messing with it. No, you look great. Like, super duper great. Like, perfect. Like, I could not possibly be more proud of your fashion choices. Christ, Dave. It sounds like you're about to kiss your mother just to prove me wrong. First of all, Roxy's not my mother anymore. Wait. Roxy, did we actually decide on the protocol on what I'm supposed to call you? Like, I literally have no comprehension of the etiquette here, because you're technically my bio mom, but it's not as if I literally came out of your vagina or anything. Like, well, considering what's going on right now, I'm not too attached to the sanctity of Dirk being my dad. You can formally replace him as my daddy right now if you want. What's going on? My brain can't focus on anything. It's just a clusterfuck of shit right now. Wow, the woke master is on fucking fire, folks. He'll be here all night. Oh, shut the fuck up. What is your problem? Why are you acting like this? Acting like what? Acting like a huge belligerent dickhead. Are you craving attention? Is that it? Did I get you hooked? Oh no, is it about me? What is this? What the fuck are you talking about? I see how it is. You got one hot hit of sincerity from your fresh boy Dave, and now you're itching in your pants every second you go without it. You know, if you want to hold my hand or some shit, you can just do it now. I have no desire to do that at all. Come on, our relationship doesn't have to be a ludicrous, unending performance of emotional constipation anymore. We got character development, bitch. Come here. What the fuck are you doing? Get away from me. No, Christ. You're like a flighty little muskrat. Stop squirming. Get your hands off me, you smelly bag of shit. I hate you. No way. No, you don't. You love me. We're gonna be together forever. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. And I'm going to profess my undying love to you in the form of a kiss. No! For all the vigor of his oral protest, Karkat does not offer sufficient physical objection to prevent Dave from successfully planting a kiss on his cheek. The gesture causes Karkat to deflate instantly. He goes he goes limp in Dave's arms, eyes wide. Dave is no longer sure of his ability to freely engage in public displays of affection. Suddenly very self-conscious, he pulls back, leaving a significant foot of distance between himself and Karkat once they've collected themselves. Dave awkwardly clears his throat. Karkat wipes off his cheek. Both are looking off in opposite directions. Awkward boyfriends. Aww, you boys are cute. Hey, can you just forget you saw that? Thanks. Thank you. For what? For doing something that turned the steaming dog shit fire of incest conversation into something that made me feel very, very happy. If only for a fleeting moment in these dark as fuck times. Don't mention it! Kanaya returns to the seating area and hands Roxy his phone. If Jane is to be trusted, apparently she didn't even know Dirk was gone. She doesn't know where he might be headed either. Or she won't tell us. Well, shit. I'm so fucking surprised. Alright, then what do we do? I don't know. Hey, does anyone know where the hell John is? Oh yeah, good question. Wasn't he on some mission? Whatever happened to that? That was a Rose thing. She was cagey as fuck about it. And now she's gone, so we can't even ask her, so, damn. He's not answering his phone. Yeah, I've tried to. Yeah, I forget. John would solve our whole problem, wouldn't he? Just zap us right into Dirk's ship? Oh no, with his retcon powers. That's how that works, right? Maybe? I think he should be here regardless and catch up with the situation. Getting kinda worried about him. Yeah, I ran into Terezi the other day and she hadn't seen him either. Oh shit, Terezi's back? What? Oh yeah, I didn't mention because I guess I just thought you knew. I assumed she would have got in touch. Nope. Nobody ever fucking tells us anything. It seems like kind of a gigantic fucking deal that Terezi came back to Earth. Kanaya, did you know about this? Yes, I also assumed you knew. Kanaya. I'm giving her a call to see if she knows anything about all this. And she's not picking up either. What the fuck is even going on anymore? There's a moment of silence, though no one in the room is conscious of the fact it serves to honor their departed friend. The hair will not be able to help guide them to the prince. If they ever wish to see John again, be it his cadaver or otherwise, they will need another means of following the ship. A different guide altogether. By stated principle, I cannot intervene through the same compromising methods of my nemesis, but if I were to fall back to a state of passive, as to offer no assistance at all, it would be at odds with my sworn duty as a protector of corporeal life. They will have their guidance, but my instructions will be minimal. As so long as they remained in my conduit's presence, they will know the way forward. What the fuck is Jade doing? That's creepy, right? Tell me I'm not the only one who thinks that's creepy. Yeah, it's a bit spooky. That's how it is when she gets like this. What is she pointing at? Jade raises her right hand and is pointing upward at an angle about 45 degrees, seemingly a random direction, but it's far from random. Oh, I think I know what's up. She's trying to say that there's something important over that way. Is that right, Jade? Can you hear me? Dave walks over and kneels in front of her chair. He looks closely at her. Her face, though still expressionless, strikes him as serious and tense. Jade, is it John? John's that way? You want us to go into that direction to find John? Is that what it is, Jade? Come on. What is it, girl? Tell me. Oh my god, Dave, you're treating her like a dog. Yeah, you're right. I guess I fucking suck. But she is a dog, okay? A doggy girl who's trying to tell us something. Just let me do my thing here. Jade, give a little yelp if John's that way, if we should go after him. Just a little wolf. If John's in danger, yiff twice, please. Dave! Shh. He leans in closer, studies her face carefully. It hasn't changed. Maybe it's not John that's that way. Maybe it's Jade, is it? Is that where Dirk went? It's barely noticeable, but Dave picks up on it. Her face relaxes slightly. That's it! That's the way Dirk went. She wants us to follow. Okay, well, but what about John? Is John safe? She doesn't move. Is John... Does he have anything to do with what's going on? What about Terezi? Is John with them? Jade, is John on the ship with Dirk and Rose? Slowly, she lowers her arm and places her hand back on her lap. What the fuck does that even mean? It means... I think it means I'm right. Don't ask me how I know. But I think I got the answer out of her we needed. Dirk and Rose are on the ship heading that way. And for some fucking reason, John's along for the ride. We need to saddle the fuck up. And wherever we go, I think we're going to need to bring Jade along. Right. Karkat springs to his feet and easily resumes his well-practiced posture of leadership. Yes, Karkat! Lead us, KK! Kanaya, get Jake English on the phone. Okay. Why? Because we're going to need to borrow one of his ships. And we're going to get your fucking wife back. He nods. Kanaya nods back. Roxy nods too. Dave does not realize that they're all supposed to be nodding in determination and solidarity until Karkat nudges him. Then he nods too. That's a mood. They resolve to travel to Jake's mansion immediately, to embark on their new adventure shortly thereafter. They will believe that they are on a quest to retrieve a wife and rescue a friend, but they will discover their true mission is of much greater cosmic significance than they ever imagined. The seer is firmly in the thrall of the prince and will not easily be pried away. And as regards the hair, though resuscitation remains a theoretical possibility for those willing to strive for it, the truth of his role is it has reached a greater sense of narrative finality than any of his allies will bring themselves to admit. His influence over canon has come to an end, as has this particular story. His ultimate sacrifice was made to put the missing keystone in place and avert the supreme dissipation of all that shall be considered to hold truth, relevance, and essentiality. As for me, I will be there wherever they go, so long as my conduit and remains alive, alert, and present, but only as a guide with the lightest possible touch, and only to block the insidious mandates of the prince from within his sphere of influence. The rest of my presence can simply be reduced to a stream of words, a recorded stream of ideation, with a particular texture and cadence. But aside from that, there is nothing that should be considered remarkable about its source. One speaker can easily be swapped for another, and then another, under the right circumstances. Speakers can duel, predominate, over-assert, or fall back, as one does in the comforting blanket of space. And until I am needed again, this is exactly what I will do. I'll leave all who inhabit this reality with a record stream that is colorless, sourceless, and quietly divested of accountability. For if I were to insist upon anything else, could I really be considered worthy of protecting the very cosmos I describe? Farewell. Postscript! And we're back to just like, ooh, radio. Oh, that's the last one. Okay. This is the last part. Postscript. Elsewhere, below the horizon, the distant sounds of war travel above the canopy of a forest. The artillery fire fades into a series of muted knocks and thuds as the sound waves cross beyond a thinning patch of forest and arrive in a clearing of grass and shrubbery. Above, the sky is dramatic, colorful, menacing. The way it looks when a storm is coming. The clouds are wild, whipped into a sort of spatial frenzy. As if they know what's imminent is no earthly phenomena. Aradia stands in the field, her mouth gaping wide, but not at the sky. It's unusual, she isn't grinning. She slowly corrects this. She smiles brightly at the girl crouching on the ground 10 paces before her. Aradia has never seen anything like what she just saw this girl do. Jade was 16 years old when she showed up, and doesn't look a day older now, though many hundreds of days have passed. There's a hole piercing the space symbol on her shirt, but no sign of whatever has made it. Her legs are covered by the same striped tights as usual, but her feet are shoeless. Her knees are pressed together in the mud of the field, and her hands are braced against the ground to support her hunched figure. She is covered in blood, almost from head to toe. Fresh blood, and viscera surrounded her in an uneven ring on the field. It soaks her clothes, coats her skin, still gleaming and wet, running slowly down her limbs and face, dripping from her mouth, glasses in the tip of her nose. Her hair is matted, savage-looking, filthy. She looks up. Behind the rim of her glasses, her wide eyes are solid black. Her lips are parted, revealing her canine fangs. The meat she's chewing on is stubborn, raw, full of gristle, almost supernaturally tough. But she is a determined beast of prey. Swallows once, hard. The last bit of her meal slides down her throat. The deed is finished. She stands up and closes her eyes. The aura of darkness gathers around her. The blood begins to dissolve, as if being absorbed into her skin. She makes 2 fists, plants her feet firmly, and releases an otherworldly howl. A shockwave emanates from her body, knocking Aradia down. It rushes outward, blowing the surrounding trees back as if they're weathering hurricane force winds. In a moment, calm is restored. She opens her perfect black eyes again. Aradia staggers to her feet, brushes herself off. I take it everything went as you hoped? Jade looks down at her hands as if they belong to an alien. She can feel it now. Abilities have been awakened inside her that no being has ever commanded before. She raises her hands and looks up to the sky. Above her, an immense vortex opens. It sprawls many miles upwards into blackness, and lightning crackles within. Jade does nothing for a while. She seems to simply study the construct she summoned. This great occult trumpet beckoning her into the abyss. Her face is expressionless. Her glasses flash white as they reflect the lightning that arcs sporadically inside the wormhole. Well, aren't you going in? Wasn't that the idea, or did I not? Jade silently holds up a hand, as if telling her to wait. Aradia closes her mouth, looking embarrassed. Nearby, a red haze gathers in the air. It condenses into concentric rings and spears of ruby light. The luminous shape of a man fades into the center of the special effect. When the light subsides, Aradia notices the man is made out of a polished metal. She recognizes the gear symbol on his chest, identical to her own. She also recognizes the sunglasses the robot is wearing. Who knows whose this is? Dave? Sup? He doesn't look in Aradia's direction. His eyes, glowing bright enough to be visible from his shades, are fixed on Jade. He looks her up and down. She's still so young. He knew this Jade many years ago, but by this point their paths have diverged in a way that he couldn't begin to describe even if he wanted to. So, we doing this? Jade says nothing and looks up to the wormhole again. She begins to levitate, gradually picking up speed. Without looking back, she rockets into the vortex, vanishing into the darkness. Dave Butt turns to Aradia. How about you? Wanna come along? I guess so. I'm not really sure what's going on here. To be honest, the plan wasn't discussed much. That's what we're doing now, discussing the plan. What about your boy? Eye patches. Oh, so Lex is in one of his moods. This is all getting up to be a bit much for him. If I go, I'll probably just cut him loose. Good move. His gaze remains fixed on her. She blinks and looks away, unsure what to say next. He's standing perfectly soon, presumably waiting for her to say something. She met him. But was it once, twice before? She can't remember. But she knows this is a very different Dave. Aside from the metal skin, he seems implacably confident. But then, people go through changes. She's been through more than her share. She cocks an eyebrow, recalling her own stint with a metal body. Earth 2, what's your face? Oh, it's a radio. I know. So that's a yes then. What? You're coming. Better decide quit. I doubt that dank fucking hell funnel is staying open for much longer. Yes, I suppose so. That's where all the action is, right? All the action that matters, yeah. Off we go then. Word. He holds out his hand. She looks around and assumes he means for her to take it. So she does. She didn't know someone could fly this fast. He nearly yanks her arm out of its socket. She considers reminding him that maybe this isn't necessary since she can fly too. But she doesn't want to risk any more embarrassing stuff around this outrageously cool dude. Besides, they're through the room well before she can even finish the thought. It vanishes the moment they've crossed. The whole leaves behind an absence in the sky, so calm that continuing to call it a sky wouldn't seem to do it justice. It's a perfectly neutral expanse into which anything one can imagine might be summoned. And for a while, anything was, but not anymore. Where the hole gaped just moments ago, there now exists an imaginary line. Above this line resides all that matters. Below exists all else. Never again the twain shall meet. So, that was Meat. We finally finished Meat. It only took me forever, I'm sorry. But when we come back to the epilogues, we will be doing Candy. So that'll be fun. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff I wasn't expecting to happen. Before we even started reading the epilogue, I had already seen a lot of stuff on Tumblr. Because everyone was freaking out about it, obviously. But yeah. I didn't expect all of this. Hopefully, Candy will be a little sweeter. But that is it for today's stars. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already to join our wonderful galaxy. Comment down below and I'll get back to you somewhere or another. And I'll see you for our next adventure. Remember, we're all made of the same cosmic dust, so be nice. Okay, love you. Bye!